Dr. William Ruto, the newly elected Kenyan president, has moved to entice investors to invest in Kenya. The president, who addressed a joint sitting of the bicameral parliament on the 29th of September 2022, promised to offer affordable land to both public and private developers to spur his housing agenda in the country. According to the president, his government was working to scale up the affordable housing programs by giving land deals that were less costly to Kenyans. He further noted that the government would provide funding to developers involved in the mass production of his housing agenda. Defending his plan, the head of state insisted that the plans would help address the endemic issue of urban settlement in areas such as Nairobi and Mombasa. He further stated that the government would work on the provision of affordable land for both public and private. He said that the government would provide the access to affordable and stable financing for those engaged in social affordable housing across the country. He reminded Parliament and Kenyans across the entire that these two measures would allow the government mass housing production and thereby shape Kenya's approach to urban development and spatial planning, and unlike before, the government would be able to provide sustainable human settlement, and thus achieving one of his big promises during his campaigns, and one which was also enshrined in the Kenya Kwanza manifesto, the Big Four agenda, under the affordable housing, which is very key to the development of Kenya's economy and the settling of millions of Kenyans who live in impoverished conditions and can hardly find a good house or home to lay their heads, let alone putting a meal on their tables.